In this lesson, we're going to review the conversion of a column letter to a number formula. The typical use case of this formula is to find out the number of any column letter, i.e. column A would be number 1, B would be 2, C 3, D 4, and so on. This can have many purposes. For instance, in the offset formula, we make reference to specific cells and then look that up to offset by a certain row or column from it. If you use the column formula, you can count how many columns away a particular cell is and make reference to that in your formula. So let's take a look at the formula in greater detail and then jump into an example. There are two ways in which we can use the column formula. We can put in equals column and then reference a cell. And this formula will return the column number of the reference cell. But then we can also put in equals column and then embed an indirect formula within it. And that will allow you to enter a column letter in the formula and it'll return the result of the column number of that column's letter. So that may be a shortcut that you wish to use. So let's break down the formula. We've got the column, which is the column number that we want to get. We've got the indirect formula that we may embed, and that's used to find the reference text. The reference text is the cell containing the column letter for which we are finding its number, and A1 as part of the indirect formula is the logical value that helps to specify the reference. So let's take a look at an example. Let's say we have a number in cell I23, and that number is 100, and we want to make reference to its column number. So as you can see in cell I23, we've got the number 100 plugged in there. And if we want to calculate what column it is, the only thing that we have to do is put in equals column and then select the cell and press enter, and it gives us 9. So we know that I is column 9. Let's take a look at another example. In our second example, let's say we have a full table of column letters and we want to make a list of their column numbers. We can use the column formula with the nested indirect formula to determine this. So we've got our columns in rows D45 through D59, and we've got the column numbers beside it that we calculated using the column formula with the embedded indirect formula. And the way we did that was we said equals column and then open parentheses indirect, then we selected the reference text, which is column A. In the first example, we put an ampersand sign, and then we put in the reference text of 1. When we do that and press enter, it gives us a 1. And the next example, if we want to find the column number of G, we can do the exact same thing, equals column, open parentheses indirect, select the cell that contains the letter that we want to look up, which is G in this case, ampersand, and then 1. And if we do that consistently, we can see what the column number is for any letter. For instance, I know that column Z would be the 26th letter, and therefore it's going to return a result of 26. So this is a great shortcut if you want to calculate the number of columns, if you're making reference to column numbers or the location of certain data within a financial model. This can come in handy. Keep in mind that we consistently use the logical value of 1 within the indirect formula, and it'll produce the intended results. So again, it's just equal to column, and then we embed the indirect formula with a reference to the column that we want to look up, so the column letters, and then ampersand, sign, and then in quotations the 1. Hey guys, thanks for watching this lesson. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, I'd really appreciate a like and subscribe from you. And if you want to learn more about Microsoft Excel, check out these videos above. And don't forget to check out our website, commercecurve.com, where we have lots of in-depth finance and accounting courses available with full training workbooks. All of our courses come with complete workbooks of lessons, examples, pre-built financial models, and training video. Hope to see you there.